Well, welcome back to Let's Get Cooking. It's your girl Rashida, and today I'm excited to bring you this fall favorite. It is pumpkin pie. It is simply pumpkin pie. It is easy pumpkin pie, like anybody can make it. Starting with these simple ingredients, I have a can of pumpkin mix, some evaporative milk, eggs, my spices, sugar, brown sugar, regular sugar, and some vanilla. And I'm going to use a little bit of heavy cream. All right, first thing I want to do, I'm doing this is one bowl. Very easy. I think my bowl is too small, but guess what? We're going to go with it. I'm adding in that pumpkin mix. That's one can of pumpkin, I think about 15 ounces. And we're just going to add that fresh pumpkin in there. And then once that's all in the bowl, then we're going to add in our next ingredient. Let me get that all out the bowl. It's taking me a minute. I like that nice orange color. Yummy, yummy already. Okay, what's up next is we're going to go ahead and add in the sugars. Yeah, starting to mix, but let's add in that sugar first. I'm using 3/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of regular white sugar. Adding in my spices, I have some cinnamon, nutmeg, little bit of ginger, little bit of clove, not a lot. The main thing is that cinnamon spice. Then I'm going to start just mashing these together, mixing them up before I add in the rest of the ingredients. And so this is 1 cup total of sugar. Some recipes calls for 3/4 of a cup, but I really think that extra 1/4 cup of sugar really makes a difference. Adding in my 2 eggs, of course they're room temperature because when we're baking, what's the rule of thumb? You want to bake with room temperature ingredients. So there goes the eggs. Then I'm adding in, that's vanilla. I'm using vanilla paste, about a teaspoon of dew. What I like is you can just add everything into the bowl and just stir it. And as you see, I'm using my whisk. You can use a hand mixer if you like, but I was gonna pull out my hand mixer, but it was so easy and so smooth with the whisk that I just continued to use the whisk. Okay, last it's time to add in that evaporative milk. Just I'm actually doing 1 can, not the whole can, 1 can, 1 cup, excuse me, 1 cup of evaporative milk, and then I'm gonna add in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. But if not, you can add in an extra 1 to 2 tablespoons of that evaporative milk if you don't have the heavy cream. No problem. And I'm just gonna mix this all in and you'll see that filling come together. It's a beautiful like burnt orange filling. And this was just simple. I believe this is great for any type of cook, any type of baker, but especially beginning bakers. If you want to just make this for your family and surprise somebody, potluck or anything, this recipe is very easy to follow. And right there you see the filling coming together, pumpkin pie filling. Nice rich color, very flavorful. Now at this point, you can definitely do just a little taste test to see if everything is the way you want it, if it's sweet enough, if you have enough spice, if you want to add a little more. This is the time to do it. That oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to bake this. I'm using like a deep dish pie crust, and I'm going to bake it on 400 for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to reduce the heat to 350 and continue baking it for another 45 minutes. And that right there is the heavy cream. And just once more, I'm going to just stir that in. And then this will be ready to go into the crust and it'll be ready to go into the oven. Easy pumpkin pie, y'all. Let me know if you make it. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know if you have any extra tips. Please leave a comment below. I will respond back. As you see, I'm whisking for a while just to make sure everything is smooth, everything is mixed well incorporated. That's why I'm still mixing, just to make sure this filling is what it needs to be. And I think I like it, so I'm getting my little flat spatula and preparing it for the oven. Next up, you'll see I'm just going to use my pie plate and I'm going to add a ready-made pie crust that I got from the store. I'm not making homemade crust today, but I do know how to make homemade crust. But this ready-made pie dough, I'm going to put in my pie pan, my pie plate, and that's going to be kind of funny. Okay, here's my glass pie dish. And like I said, I'm just getting that ready-made dough and I'm going to place it in the pie dish. Here's the thing. This is a deep, deep dish. This filling will fill it mostly to the top, but not all the way. But something about this pie dough, I rolled it out a little bit so that it would be large enough for the plate. But let me just tell you, my little crafting of the edges of the ends, it's not that great. So I have a great filling. This is a great pumpkin pie filling. But the edges of this crust, of this dough, well, they're a little, uh, they're in need of a little care. So next time, it'll be better. Anywho, onward and upward from here we go. You definitely can buy your pie crust from the store already made in the pans. Like I will use a deep dish pie crust if I'm buying it from the store like that, already in the pan. And I'm just going to pour my filling. I'm not pre-baking this because it bakes so long that the bottom crust will be just fine. And I'm going to just pour my filling in the pie shell. And just go ahead and get that ready for the oven. So pour, pour, pour. Like I said, it doesn't go all the way to the top, but mostly to the top. So of course, if you need two deep dish pies, you want to double the recipe. That's a smooth filling. And just getting ready to place that in the oven. That oven's on 400 for 15 minutes. We'll turn it down to 350 for 45 minutes. Keeping an eye on it at all times. Well, while I'm getting this together, let's talk pie for a minute. What is your favorite pie? Drop it in the comments. Let me know, what's your favorite pie? What's your favorite pie to eat? Or what's your favorite pie to make? I have to be honest, this pumpkin pie is delicious, but I will be making a sweet potato pie also. And I love sweet potato pie, apple pie, pecan pie, just all the good pies around the holidays. But there's still some pies I want to try, like banana cream, coconut cream. I think I'll be trying to make those soon. But otherwise, sweet potato pie is coming up next. But right now, we're focusing on this pumpkin pie. It's going in the oven, about to come out. Oh, now check out this deep, rich brown color. That is from the brown sugars. That is from some of the spices. It definitely made that color a little bit darker. Now, this needs to cool for at least 3 hours, but overnight is best. We made pumpkin pie today. Thanks for coming to the kitchen. Thanks for baking with me. I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. No, please subscribe, like, and share. And come back for the next video. All right, have a blessed day and a blessed